Yes. Oh, hold on. My video, of course, right when we start.
Frozen.
Is that good?
I think we're good.
Are we out there? Zeke, Willie, Kid Fury? Can you hear us? Can you see us?
Hey.
Can you smell us yet?
How's I hope not.
When at what point does Twitch introduce smell-o-vision?
I think that's a feature that they're working on right now.
Yeah.
Because that's what the fans want. Because gamers smell great.
Oh, that hurts.
Well, I'm a gamer.
I am too. Yes. Okay. We're not going to talk about that, but we are live at ECGC. Now, this is an experiment for us. We hope, A, that the volume doesn't get too loud in here. We hope, B, that the bandwidth does not drop. And C, that if the camera freezes every once in a while, that's because this is the first time I've streamed from this laptop, and, you know, normally we have a beefy streaming machine. This is pretty beefy, though. This is pretty beefy. Well, I want to make sure that these guys know. So, Dr. Aizen's here, Ivan's here, Insomniac Games is here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Who's manning the Insomniac Games account right now?
That's what I want to know.
It could be one of 3 people.
Okay.
I'm going to guess Ryan Schneider.
Is it Ryan? Oh my God, Ryan.
It's either Ryan or James.
James.
Or maybe Corey, but Corey wouldn't have said boom. See? Okay. It's Schneider.
Sweet.
Yes.
How's it going, my friend?
Okay, so for those joining us, Paris, MK... I hate saying Twitch names. Not that I hate your Twitch names, I just hate saying them.
Great.
Kanoic. Barry Foxes. For those who are joining us and don't know Randy Greenback, you should know Randy Greenback. Randy is a long-time game developer, designer, producer, a bunch of other things.
Yeah, I dabble a little bit in everything.
You did used to work with us.
Yes. Had a great time working at Insomniac as well.
Well, it was Nexus was the last thing you did with us?
Yep.
Beginning of Nexus?
Yep.
And then you moved on to your own thing. And your own thing recently was Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, the game.
Yes.
Which I tuned in one night on the stream, and you happened to be streaming it from Burbank. And I was like, streaming Friday the 13th? Oh my God.
Oh, hold on. My video, this is going to be a pain in the butt if I have to refresh this all the time. Thanks for the follow, Ivan. Yeah, Friday the 13th is great. And I don't know, do you want to give a little bit of history? I think because you kind of didn't go straight to Friday the 13th, right? You started as a different game. Yeah,
we started as a different game. Gun Media is the company that ultimately that I'm working for, and we were working on a game called Breach and Clear, and then when it was time to move on from that, we were like, what do we want to do? And we all kind of agreed that we wanted to make a slasher game, you know, like approach asymmetrical multiplayer through the lens of horror films, right? Specifically 80s horror films and slashers. So we were going to do our own homage to our favorite slasher film series, Friday the 13th.
Yes, nice.
So we called it Summer Camp, very generic, right? But yeah, Summer Camp was the game we were making originally, and as soon as we were ready to announce, we put out a teaser with no gameplay. It was actually all live film footage, some assets at the end just to kind of hint that it's a game and it's not just a movie or not a movie. Don't get confused. And as soon as that went up, it just blew up on the internet. Everybody was like, what is going on? Like, I've never seen a game like this. IGN picked it up, GameSpot picked it up, and next thing you know, the director of Friday the 13th contacted us, like, we like what you're doing. We have some new projects coming out, and it would be great if we could reawaken the franchise with a whole new generation, and we want to give you the license up front, free. Like, just give it to us. It was like a Cinderella story that probably will never repeat. Ever. We lucked out essentially, and now we made Friday the 13th the game.
And it was pretty popular. We saw. And some new people have joined us. So we're at ECGC. We'll back up for a second. We're at ECGC, East Coast Game Conference. We're in Raleigh, North Carolina right now at the convention center. This is Insomniac's backyard. This is your backyard. Epic is right next to us, right here. Epic Games. You may have heard of them making a little game Fortnite. We got Funcom. They're around here. There's some Funcom people. So we're here at ECGC, and we come here every year. It's fun. It's hanging out. There's some talks, like developer talks. A lot of students come here to try to learn how to get into the industry.
Yeah, and then devs share their hints and tips and like, hey, this is how you do art, or this is how we approach design on our last project. So everybody's learning, everybody's kind of relinking up and sharing stories from throughout the year. It's a really good community here.
Yeah. By the way, hi Jack, Bart, Willie, Zeke, Fat, another Fat. Oh, now we're getting hosted by Fat.
Sweet.
Nice. Thanks for the host, Bradley, Haroon, Method, Bliss, Dizzy. We got a lot of people. Thanks for the follow room. So anyway, Randy. Now back to Randy. Randy is a game designer. What do you call yourself now? Designer, publisher, producer,
executive producer.
Yeah.
But I'll never get away from design. That's like my bread and butter. That's what I love to do most. Is work with game mechanics, game systems, and kind of innovate through unique approaches to video games in general.
And what, for those who don't know you, because a lot of people do, especially here at ECGC, everyone loves Randy, and that's why we're having him on, because we love Randy too. What have you done besides Friday the 13th that people may know?
I started out working on games like Command & Conquer Red Alert, Blade Runner, and stuff like that. Worked on Tom Clancy games like Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six. Did a little bit of work on America's Army, Reach and Clear, but also a slew of Ratchet & Clank games with Insomniac.
Yes. Bart Gustin wants me to say his name, so I'm going to say Bart Gustin.
Sweet.
Yes, I like saying people's name.
Yeah. I think we have to hit refresh.
Can you hear us? Here's a question for the chat. Can you hear us
when the camera locks?
The camera locks?
Or does the camera lock for them?
I think it does lock for them. I'm trying to figure that out. I bet it's a USB driver in my laptop. Thomas's Beast, thanks for the follow. So as long as they can hear us, I'll try to keep refreshing it when the video comes through.
Yeah.
Again, this is the first time we've done a on the road. I've done Facebook live streams from the phone.
Okay.
But this is the first time we've done on the road Twitch.
This is totally new.
Brand new. It's the first time we've taken Insomniac live on the road. Yeah. We've taken our live streams on the road. Okay, so just let me know when the video freezes. I'll try to refresh it. I apologize for that.
Well, you come up with a code word that they can start spamming.
Yeah, let's spam.
Freeze.
They do say froze.
Okay, good.
Steve, Ivan, Sin City. We got a lot of people here.
We froze.
So we froze. What the hell?
This is amazing.
What the hell? What is going on? Yeah, I wonder if there's something I could fix on the fly.
Usually not, right?
Usually not. Well then, I'm sorry. So anyway, we're here, we're streaming, we're talking to Randy. We're going to take questions from you guys about games industry, questions for Randy about his games. You can ask us about Insomniac games.
Or they can definitely ask questions about Spider-Man, right?
Yes. To an extent, you can ask questions about Spider-Man, yes. I will answer.
Whether or not they get answered.
Yes. That's true. You can ask all the questions you want. No, I will. Anything. I will say, if you have not seen the Game Informer coverage, and we're frozen again. If we have not seen the Game Informer coverage, then I would say go to GameInformer.com/Spider-Man and watch all the videos, the interviews, read the articles, and after that, if you have questions, I will answer them about the things that are in those videos and articles. And anything we've released to this point.
I gotta say, the game looks amazing.
Well, thank you.
Every little bit I see from it, I'm just like, I can't wait to get my hands on it.
Yes. Oh, look, we got a Yeti frozen emoji for when it freezes.
Perfect.
Keyword F13 update.
Oh no. It's coming.
Randy, what's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink?
Does it mean? Yeah.
Do you mean alcoholic or just drink? Because really, my favorite drink is LaCroix.
LaCroix's a good one. That's a good one. Let's say LaCroix. What's your favorite alcoholic drink?
I'm gonna say I like rum. Mezcal, but I think my favorite drink of all time is Long Island iced tea.
Nice. They're asking if you're getting any news today for Friday the 13th. Update.
I don't. No. But it is coming. Just be patient a little bit longer.
Yes. So you're getting almost as much news about Friday the 13th as you will be about Spider-Man.
Yeah. And the same rules apply.
Yes.
I might not answer every question, but we will read every question.
Yes. We will read them all. Well, I'll try to read them all, depending on how fast chat goes. By the way, we got Lauren behind the camera right now. If you remember Lauren,
Thank you.
There it is. There it is. If you remember Lauren from our last week, you were last week, right? Overwatch. And she works in and she's a QA extraordinaire. Extraordinaire professional. And then we got, and a little later after Andy, we're going to bring in Carrie Zinkovich, who is our HR generalist, and she will be glad to answer any questions. And I said I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it. She will tell you exactly how to get in the games industry.
Oh, that's
the secret.
Knowledge.
She will answer the secret question. I'm just joking, but she'll answer questions about HR stuff, anything HR related that you may have. For now, let's just chat. So, his weapon swapping in the next update. See, I like it that on our stream you're getting asked these questions.
Well, I'm glad there's crossover fans. This is great.
How many? Here's another question. How many of you on the chat right now have Friday the 13th because it's already out?
Yeah.
And are planning on getting Spider-Man?
Oh, this has to be almost everybody because.
How's it going, LinkedIn?
LinkedIn's here? Oh.
Well, LinkedInito.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, you guys got LinkedIn official.
Yes. Forum Friday the 13th game. Is that like a mod or somebody that you have? Or is that just a username?
That's probably just a username. I don't know.
No. When is Jason Bikini DLC being announced?
Jason Bikini DLC?
Would you want to see Jason in a bikini? Lauren, I'm asking you.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, no, trust me, you don't.
Yeah.
It's not. People have seen his face, not necessarily his body, but you can imagine if this is disfigured, this is even worse.
In a bikini, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like not swim trunks, it's a bikini.
and what, Jason? Like maybe part 2 might be all right, but you get to part 8, not so good.
It'd have to be yellow with pink polka dots.
Yeah, yellow with pink polka dots, she says. If you can't hear her, maybe you can't hear Lauren. Let me see if you can hear her. I'm frozen again. Lauren, talk.
I'll take that moment to cough.
It has to be a yellow with pink polka dots.
Yeah, it's a little quiet, but that's all right.
There it goes.
Yell.
You know what? Maybe I should have tested this laptop before.
You know what? I like it. It. It's very bold.
This is why.
Very brazen. You're just blazing a trail.
We're just winging it.
Yeah, we're winging it because that's what we do. We're Insomniac. We shoot from the hip.
But the drama, the fun that comes with winging it is this, and you know what? You can make it work.
Yes.
And you get lots of cheerful banter.
Yeah.
So if you got questions about, they don't have to be related to ECGC. It just the industry, games
in general.
Yeah, well, let's start with that. What they're doing that Twitter thing, right? Where the four games.
I saw that this morning. Yeah. I've been so busy getting into the ECGC and here showing off games and talking to people that I haven't had time to respond and put mine out there.
So let's see. What are your 4 that have either? I think it's like the ones that have stuck with you, the ones that inspired you, and what are your 4? Can you say them right now?
Can I rattle them off that quickly? I'm going to say The Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
The original NES version.
Yeah.
Pixel Junk Monsters, which is amazing.
I love that game.
Tower Defense.
I platinumed that game. That's my first platinum.
It's wonderful, and it's co-op, right?
Yeah.
So, and I love co-op, and they export a lot of cool concepts, right? And they did something unique. Another one would be Doom 2, one of the original seminal RTS games by Westwood Studios, who I ended up working for after I loved that game, which is amazing. And the last one, I'm gonna have to say Mortal Kombat. Okay. I'm a big fighting game fan, and I just love the grittiness and how cool it was to see a green screen digitized fighter back in the day. It was so novel and cool, and I still love the gameplay behind the series, even now that they moved to 3D.
Okay. Hey, for Forum F13 game, I'll ask that question in a second. The question is, and we'll answer it in a second, is as far as he knows, or they know, he or she, the first game to go through an engine update mid-cycle. What are the challenges that come from that? But we'll answer that in a second. Okay. After the break. No. My 4, I don't know if I can name just 4, but if I'm just looking at old school that inspired me growing up, it would be Quake, Diablo/Diablo 2.
Okay.
Because that kind of
amazing game.
Yeah. Quake 2. The Quake series, Diablo series, That was when I
So
was
you
in
didn't name
PC.
series.
Well, because that's just because 1 and 2 for
I didn't know
both
this was an option.
Quake 1 and 2, and
Stone.
yeah, and then I would say after that it was probably Gran Turismo.
Okay.
I don't know how many hours.
Oh
of that.
man, just getting every license.
I used
and getting all
to
the
sit
cars.
in the endurance races and like go to sleep and tape my controller to a turn because the certain ones you could do the turns only,
Yeah.
and they were like 2 to 4 hours or something. I forget what they were, and so I would like start the race and then go to sleep in my basement and let it run the race, and then wake up and I'd have that. And then I would say thanks for the host to Breeze, thank you. And then I would say
The last one's hard.
yeah, it's a tough one because I never really was a like NES person until later in the
Okay.
cycle. I was more of PC,
Okay.
and then I got into consoles. So I didn't really like grow up on NES until after I then got into I got NES late, and then I started playing those games. So it wasn't like Mario or anything like
Okay.
inspired me first. It was like the Dooms and the Quakes and the Diablos. I don't know. Metal Gear Solid probably.
That's a solid
Yeah.
one. That's solid.
So that was my first. That was the memories of that one. Swapping discs, and also moving the memory card to fight the boss, the Psycho Mantis, or yeah, like that. Like just that type of stuff was like so new and different, and still is kind of
Surprising,
unique.
yeah. Nobody really does that anymore.
Yeah.
Like Eternal Darkness messed with you later, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody's doing that right now.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Well, maybe because
Maybe because we will do it again.
You don't need multiple discs and you don't need memory cards, so like it's kind of harder. But I guess they could figure it out. We
They
can
can figure something
There's
out.
some smart people out there. Okay, back to that question about switching engines mid-cycle. What are the challenges? What engine did you switch to?
Actually, we're not really switching engines. It's like a large upgrade. So basically, we're Friday the 13th, the game is built on Unreal UE4. So UE4 has a bunch of different.
Thanks for hosting us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Ellis.
So like I think we were like 5 or 6 versions behind, and it was time for a massive upgrade. And there's tons of features that have been added. So it really is kind of an all-new engine with a whole bunch of new features. I mean, it's not all new as in a whole new engine, but there's so much that needs to be done, but then also undone that we've actually, the team working on the game at Alphonic, actually would have to write some of their own stuff, but now it's been replaced by other stuff that Epic's written.
Yeah.
And we gotta upgrade, unlink everything, and just like step through it all to make sure everything still works,
Yeah.
and find the stuff that doesn't and fix it and make it work in the new engine.
Nice. We, luckily, because we have our own internal engine, we've never had to do massive updates mid-game. We have done massive updates prior to a new game going into development, though.
Yeah.
And we've done, like it was right before Fuse was our major shift in our engine.
I remember.
Yeah, you were. I think you. Yeah,
I
you
was
were
there.
You were there.
I was there for that, and I love the tools.
They're asking if we're streaming Friday the 13th. We're not streaming Friday the 13th.
But they have.
But we have, and we might again. Maybe we'll have to get Randy over to our actual studio.
I would love to come back.
Yeah, and play.
Visit.
But no, right now we are only live from ECGC. I know it's not as exciting as watching gameplay,
Yeah.
but we're going to answer questions, hang out, just chat about what you want to chat about. Randy's going to be here for a while, and then Carrie Zinkovich, who is our HR generalist, will join us
Am I
later.
Am I,
No,
am I
later,
allowed
later.
To, am I allowed to ask questions of you and the audience?
Yes, you can ask
Okay.
any questions you
I
want.
want to know what you're playing outside of work. Like, what are you doing?
That was what I was going to ask you.
Okay,
Okay.
go.
No, I'll go first. Right now,
Okay.
I haven't finished it yet, but I've been playing Far Cry 5. That's been
Picked it
fun.
up. But I haven't played yet.
It's fun. I've been playing on PC, and there's a cart going by right now. If you can hear that.
You can probably hear that. It's loud.
Anyway, Far Cry 5. I'm about, I don't know, if you believe the statistics, I'm 60% or so.
Okay, so
done.
you're pretty far.
Yeah, I've done. Well, I won't spoil anything. But and then I'm late to the game, and I started playing Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'm late to the game there.
Okay.
But I have not finished that. I am planning on playing God of War soon. Obviously, it comes out Friday.
If you don't know, yeah, Friday.
Yeah, you should know. I mean, if you're a PlayStation
How'd
fan,
you miss it?
Yeah, if you're a PlayStation fan, you know, because that game is getting ridiculous reviews. And then, for some reason, I'm still playing Diablo 3. We still play seasons. I still play
Diablo
seasons.
3?
Yes, and every time I feel like I'm stopping, there's a guy in the office. He might be watching right now. We introduced him to Diablo late, like maybe season 6 or something like that.
Okay.
So it was like 3 years after the game came out, and he loves it so much that he keeps pulling me back in to play seasons with him. So that's.
Can we say his name, or he doesn't want to know?
Yeah, Jason Hipper. He's been on the stream before.
I love Jason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's obsessed with Diablo now.
Well, that's
obsessed.
good. He has good taste.
Yes. So that's what I'm playing right now. I recently finally finished all the Witcher DLC. Well, I almost finished all the Witcher DLC, and that game has been something I played over the past
massive.
year and a half, 2 years. Like that. That's been consuming my life for a while. Horizon was something I played not too long ago. That was about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great game. I didn't fall in love with it as much as some people do. I have an unpopular opinion that I won't voice right now, but I just didn't. I love the gameplay and everything, but it didn't hit me as hard as it hit some people.
Okay.
But it's still a great game, and Guerrilla did an awesome job. That's what I'm trying to think. What else have I been? Oh, I did play Destiny 2 for a while.
And that's a lot of playing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I only.
Some of these are really big games.
Yeah, and I didn't I did beat Destiny 2.
Okay.
I wish there was more.
And they're working on it, right?
Yeah, they're working on it. I'm hoping for more. I think that that's okay, but then if you're looking a year or so ago, Doom was amazing. Overwatch, I played a ton of Overwatch. I don't play it as much anymore, but I did play a ton of Overwatch. Here comes another cart. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. So what about you? What have you been doing?
I kind of got the Battle Royale bug a little while. I started playing PUBG,
Okay.
and then I played some Fortnite, but right now, Radical Heights.
Okay.
It's in
another local
it's
studio.
a local studio
Bosky,
here.
they're right down the street.
Yeah, that's right down the street here, downtown Raleigh. But I really appreciate, I'm a big fan of the 80s. Obviously, Friday the 13th is steeped in the 80s.
Yeah.
But they're doing this, if you haven't noticed, if people haven't seen it, Radical Heights is like a 80s and game show themed Battle Royale. And it's just so much fun. The game show elements that are mixed in.
Yeah.
It's everything I didn't know I wanted in a Battle Royale game.
Yeah, nice. There's some questions. Why is Spider-Man working with a policewoman? That policewoman is the chief of police. So
Spider-Man's a good guy.
He's a good guy. He's working with the police. We miss you playing on Friday. We miss you playing on Friday, playing Friday.
Oh yeah, I haven't streamed in a little while.
Yeah.
Again, everybody's hard at work on the new update. So when that's ready,
nice.
We'll see what happens.
Yes. I wish there was more Unspoken. Yeah, that'd be fun. We love Unspoken. Unspoken we have it right here playable, the single player demo. So if you're at ECGC and you're watching us, you should come by and play it.
Yeah, put the headset on.
And yes, and we put a lot into that game, and so we're hoping there's more in the future for that. So yeah, cool. So you've been in the Battle Royale thing. It's fun. I like the idea, and I played Fortnite and PUBG and stuff, but I don't have enough. I feel like I need to play the single player games too, because I gotta stop a lot and pause a lot. And
when you're you're not pausing.
Yeah, when I'm at home and I need to pause and go do something, or at work during lunch, it's just hard to get into the multiplayer games for me. And also, I'm not as good at multiplayer games. I'm not bad at Overwatch though. Better than Lauren.
I'm better at Overwatch.
Oh.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just giving her crap because she played it last week for us.
I did a good job.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you get player of the game?
I'm just reading chat real quick.
Okay.
You're gonna address.
We haven't frozen in a long time. That's good.
Yeah. Well, now you just jinxed us.
Damn it.
I'm wondering if it's when the internet
It could be actually.
spikes or something, it freezes. Maybe we have a good connection right now. There's more carts. Everyone keeps moving carts.
It's garbage.
Yeah, garbage cans and carts. Anyway, so the other thing you've been doing lately, and you have it here, is battle slots.
Yeah, it's a little side project. It's 2D top-down arena shooter. It's 4 players. Basically, the idea behind it is you play a sloth, and you happen to be able to move incredibly fast because it's like subverting your idea of sloths. And you wield weapons, you fight over pizza, you ride hoverboards, and you just compete to gain the most pizza.
Nice. Yeah, it looks cool. And that is, what platform is that going to be?
That's on Steam.
Steam, okay. And it's out now.
It's out now.
All right, you should grab it. We should play that on stream.
Yeah, I mean that's a great party game. Like I would like to see you guys all battle it out. Like maybe you, Yednock, or somebody who loves those.
Yes, let's do it.
Multiplayer games.
We'll get it. We'll get somebody to play it. You can play couch co-op, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because the problem is when I stream those games, I don't have like 4 PCs or anything.
Yeah. It's all from one PC.
Cool. Do either of you play Stardew Valley? I wanted to.
I did pick it up on the Switch, and I did start playing it, and it's great.
Nice. I wanted to, and I was gonna get it over Christmas break.
Don't stop yourself. Just go buy it, and eventually you'll get to it on the Switch.
Yeah. Well,
buy it on the Switch.
Buy it on the Switch.
Yeah. Or Steam, but Switch.
Yeah. Can we ever get a Captain Quirk solo game? All I will say, what I say, and Jack knows what I'm about to say. Who knows what the future holds?
Well, I'm just going to bring this up. Didn't he have his own game within a game?
My Blaster
Run Hot.
He did, technically.
So technically he has his own game.
Yes.
And it's great. It's fun.
Is Spider-Man going to be villain in the game?
What?
Is Spider-Man going to be the villain, or a villain in the game, controlled by Mr. Negative? I mean, we're not going to get into the story of Spider-Man yet.
Yeah.
I will say that. It's like the old school game with a few consoles ago, something TV. Oh, Smash TV.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
Yeah, nice. Go buy Stardew Valley. There we go. It's multiplayer. It is? What do you do in multiplayer?
Wait, is that out? Did they add the multiplayer update now?
Oh, it's getting multiplayer.
Oh, okay,
I read that wrong. I apologize.
I was gonna be like, wait, I have to play that tomorrow.
We count what? No, we do count that. My Blaster Run is out. We do count for now, unless sometime in the future we do a Captain Quirk solo game. I don't know. It'd be an interesting concept.
I mean, he's kind of a character that if you got too much of him, you wouldn't like him anymore. But paced out, he's amazing, always amazing.
Yeah. I think he's a better side character, but that's my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not taking away the fact that you might want a Captain Quirk solo game. Can I get this shirt? This shirt, no, because this shirt actually has
our team shirt, right?
This is our old logo on this side, so this doesn't even exist anymore. They did do new ones at PSX that you could get, but they had the newer logo on them. So, who
Which
knows?
I really like that logo.
Yes, our new logo. Yes, right there. I like it too. Brian, I like to hear that you like it.
I like the font specifically.
That was a fun process to rebrand a studio for over 20 years. Any chance a new Resistance game? We will never say never. But we currently have no plans for a Resistance title. Remasters would come from Sony. If they wanted to remaster them, they could. Did you get into Resistance ever?
Yeah. Well, when I joined up, you guys were wrapping up Resistance.
R3.
Yeah, R3, and what an amazing game, right? And I played them all leading up to it.
Yeah. I will say, so I joined right at Resistance 3 was my first game, and I will say I remember when you got hired, and I don't know if I ever told you this story.
No,
because you know how they shoot the emails out, the welcome to this person, and I saw it was a zoomed in picture of you. And you had kind of a flannelish shirt on, and you had your beard, and the North Carolina, and so I had this picture of you as this lumberjack guy, right? Then I met you, and you were nothing like I pictured you.
What did you think? I was like a grizzly guy.
Yeah, like a big
pancakes family.
Yeah, exactly. Big,
breakfast.
Deep voice. And then, so don't judge a book by its cover. But Randy, you are even better than I pictured you. So,
thank you.
You are really nice, and you've been. When we started, you you are a champion for the community, so I appreciate that. Because I am also a champion for you guys,
Yeah.
and Randy is too.
Yeah, it's what fuels you forward,
Yes,
right?
exactly. Any chance of possibly updating the shift for Part 2, Jason? The shift should be good as Roy's Part 5 or Part 3. I don't know what that means, but you might know.
That's a very specific question. We're constantly listening to the community like you guys do, and taking in the feedback, kind of processing it, thinking about it. It's definitely food for thought, and we're always considering rebalancing things. When the community shifts their tactics and changes up their gameplay, we have to rethink about like what the choices we've made, because they're using things differently than we ever expected. So that's all I can say is like we have no firm plans to make those changes, but I mean just you throwing it out right now, we're listening.
Yeah, nice. Ace, we are not playing anything today. Sorry. This is just an in real life stream.
Yeah. IRL.
This is our first time we're trying this. We didn't know if the bandwidth was going to be good. We didn't know a lot of things, so I didn't want to like say, "Hey, we're going to play a game," and then it not work, right?
Do you often interview people from outside of the?
A couple times we have. We had Greg Miller on.
Oh, that's got to be fun.
We had who else did we have on? We had a couple people in Burbank, and I'm drawing a blank, and I apologize, James. But yes, we're starting to do it more, and we'd love to do it even more. So again, we should get you to come to the studio at some point in the not too distant future.
Okay.
And either do Battle Slots or Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Can we get the bouncer for our 2016 Ratchet & Clank 2016? So the bouncer was a pre-order bonus, exclusive to pre-orders. I'd love to be able to give it to you. Sony doesn't have any plans to release it as DLC. So I'm sorry. It's not required for the game. And I know some people are like, oh, it's a pre-order bonus, but that came along so late in development. They were like, hey, we want to do a pre-order bonus. And we're like, well, we don't want to rip any content out of the game, right? So we were like, okay, what's a good weapon that we don't have in the game? And the bouncer was never intended to be in the game. And we thought, oh, the bouncer's a good fan favorite, so we added it. In fact, I will say, like literally maybe a month or 2 weeks before launch, I was playing the game and the bouncer was still not like fully ready to go. And I didn't even play my playthroughs of the game. I never played with the bouncer until the game came out. So it was truly a add-on, like an add-on, an addition. Will you play God of War? Yes, tomorrow. The Burbank guys, James, I believe Corey will be there. I don't know who's going to join them. Adam, maybe. The Burbank guys will play God of War tomorrow.
That's going to be an amazing stream.
Yes. Any hope for 1080p 60 Spider-Man in the future? Not this version of the game, no. In the future, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to predict if we do a game after this, or a game 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years, 5, 6, 7, 8, like who knows. But this game on the PS4, PS4 Pro is 30 frames. And it is 4K if you have a PS4 Pro. It uses our temporal injection. If you've seen Ratchet & Clank, the difference between Ratchet & Clank on the PS4 and the PS4 Pro, that's what you're going to essentially see.
Yeah.
A little nicer because we've had more time to develop it.
I mean, I wasn't there when that was getting done, the new Ratchet & Clank, but it is honestly, in my opinion, one of the prettiest games on the platform.
Yes.
Still.
And Spider-Man is going to be pretty.
Damn pretty.
Yeah. No offense, I want to hear it from you. I just said it. Yes. Spider-Man is 1080p 30, and on the Pro it is 4K 30. Temporal injected 4K. So it's not 100% native, but it's pretty. And HDR, if you got an HDR TV, it's going to look amazing. Question for Randy: are we getting the part 6 through 9 maps in the future?
Oh wow. That I can't really comment. I mean, again,
do what I do. Who knows what the future holds?
That's a good line.
I know. I use it for everything.
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 I'm pretty sure I've heard him say it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Well, when I get asked 1,000 questions a day.
Yeah. Sometimes we have to say soon.
Yeah.
And that's the equivalent.
You just bought an Xbox. It feels bad. Shouldn't feel bad. Which Xbox? The Xbox One X? One S? Which one did you get? You should get Sunset Overdrive. And I'm frozen. Should get Sunset Overdrive. I had a nice stretch there where we didn't freeze.
Yeah, we had a really nice stretch.
Yeah.
But we're back.
But Xbox has some great games too, and I almost got a One X, but I had just built a PC, so I didn't upgrade to a One X, but I will eventually get all the latest and greatest. Let's see here. Well, how is the food they are serving there? Anything bacon wrapped? Are you assuming because it's in North Carolina that it's bacon wrapped?
Bacon wrap. There's a lot of bacon wrap stuff here.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's a lot of fried stuff.
Yeah.
I had
cheesy stuff too.
Cheesy.
Cheese filled.
Yeah,
stuff.
biscuits, barbecue, beer, pimento cheese, grits, hush puppies, which are like
hush puppies.
I love hush
Pimento
puppies.
cheese filled hush puppies.
Oh yeah, jalapeno filled hush
fried
puppies.
pimento cheese.
Bacon, barbecue filled bacon hush puppies.
You just made that up.
Yeah, but it sounds delicious.
It
And it's
probably exists.
very North Carolina.
It probably exists.
Sweet tea.
I will say,
Yes.
I got to go to the lunch, the VIP lunch for
Oh,
ECGC,
fancy.
which you probably got invited to too. It was fried chicken today.
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken and mac and cheese and salad and green beans.
That's a classic Southern meal.
Making jokes about it, but that's what you had for lunch.
I know, because it's true.
It's
that's
good,
what.
though. It's
Yes,
good.
that's what it's. We're in the South.
Good
You have
Southern food.
When in the South, you eat like a Southern, and I live here now, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat. How is ECGC? Is there anything we're looking forward to doing there, or something you'd be glad you've already done?
Today's the last day.
Yeah, today's the last day. I just like, from Insomniac's perspective, we like coming and interacting with students and prospective, people getting into the industry, or our friends at Epic, our friends Randy, our friends Randy, our friends.
I am a friend.
We have friends at Funcom. It's nice to interact
You
with.
see people from Red Storm.
Yes,
You see people
Red
from
Storm,
everywhere.
yes.
It's like there's so many studios here. A lot of people don't know.
Yes.
That the Raleigh-Durham Triangle is a hotbed of game development.
Yes, it is. And
We got Mighty Rabbit here. We got Limited Run Games.
Boss Key.
Boss Key's here. Like there's a myriad of companies, and nobody would know that they're all out here within miles of each other.
Yes, and within miles of barbecue, lots of barbecue.
Sometimes at the studio barbecue.
So, I don't know, we just hang out. We're just here hanging out, talking to people. We have some people like Paul right here. You can't see him.
Paul Robbins.
Paul Robbins, our lead animator. He's been on stream before. He is doing a portfolio. He's looking at a guy's portfolio right now.
Giving
him
critique.
advice. And we got Matt Allen over here talking to a guy. He's an environment artist.
Awesome.
And we got Chris Devins over there talking to like 5 people. Man, he's got a crowd.
Yeah, he's popular.
Yes. So that's what, and then I like hanging out with people, talking to people, and that's what we do here. It's nice to see, there's a little indie alley. What do they call it? Is it Indie Alley?
I think it's basically Indie Alley, yeah.
And then they got some people showing off some
Student
pretty
projects,
student
and there's
projects.
a whole bunch of stuff here. From AAA massive games to VR projects to student games, like it's all here at ECGC.
What are some other IPs you both would love to develop a game for? I'll go you first. What's the IP? And this has nothing. I will preface this by saying none of these are actual announcements.
These are just our
They're not
own
in development.
personal.
They're not. Yes.
I would love to do this, right?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Go. IP.
This is an odd one.
Yeah.
People probably wouldn't expect anybody ever to want a game out of this or to make a game, but Killer Clowns from Outer Space as a multiplayer game.
Wow. That would be interesting. Would it be like a battle royale?
No, it would not be like a battle royale, but it
Just
would be asymmetric.
Asymmetric. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got somebody playing the clowns, you got somebody playing the townspeople, and you got to try to survive and not become cotton coon candy.
I would say it's funny. Jack said Gambit is my favorite hero. He is, and it would be cool to do a really cool Gambit game. Man, what is another IP besides that I would love to make a game for? I would love, because of my love for these 2 games,
Okay.
I would say I would love to do a Quake in the vein of what they did with Doom. To work on because Doom was amazing, but Quake really took my first-person shooter to the next gen level.
So a whole new Quake, but single player
with
side.
the original Quake. I love Quake 2. It's still one of my favorite games.
Okay.
But the original style of Quake with the nail guns and the horror hell Doom-ish atmosphere, and they kind of did that with the new Doom. So but I would love, and it would be awesome to work in something in the Diablo universe for me.
That'd be cool.
And I'm not trying to apply to Blizzard.
Yeah. No rumors.
Yes.
Again, personal.
Those would be 2 IP that I love. That would be fun for me to work
Now,
on.
what about movie IP?
Movie IP? Well, there's
So
a lot.
what's a movie IP that you love that never got a game that you would love to see?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one that I love that I never got a game for. Because Star Wars got a game. A lot of the superhero games have games, or Marvel have games.
Oh, how about this? Didn't get a good game.
Yeah, but I don't want to bash the games.
Well, I will lead with one.
Okay, you go for it.
All right, because the games are so old, I don't think I'm going to be offending anybody, and they're legitimately not good.
Yeah.
And you could say Friday the 13th didn't have any good games, and now that was one of the things we wanted to do. But Back to the Future.
It did have a Telltale game. You're right. You're right.
No. Oh, I didn't play that one.
Yeah. But I love the Telltale games, but they're different. Like I wouldn't ever say
an
action.
game, right?
Action. Yeah, there you go.
An action game for it. And they had 2 of them on the Nintendo, I think one on the Genesis.
Yeah.
But they were not, they were like LGN games.
Ghostbusters. Do an amazing.
There was a really good game from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it was like a top-down though. I'm talking about like a full-blown 3D third-person. They did.
I think it only came out on Xbox 360, maybe.
Oh, maybe that's why I didn't play it.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Well, like a full-blown open-world Ghostbusters would be awesome.
Open world would be the best way to handle it.
Yes.
Because you choose the missions you take on.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that whole game.
Let's see here. Questions. I'm in Discord. Change my name to Viper Spider Game. I do like it. We do like it. Jamaican Ninja. Is it possible to use web tunnel between 2 trucks when you're swinging low as Spider-Man? I don't even know if I can answer that because I haven't tried that. So I'm not going to answer that. Maybe. I don't know. I know you can tunnel through a lot of things. I've never tried it, and so I don't have an answer for that. I have swung. You can swing along the streets, around the cars and stuff. You can go pretty low, but I've never tried to tunnel through. Tank Girl game.
That would be a pretty trippy game.
Yeah.
Like the comics were even more surreal than the movie, right?
Yeah. Would you accept the challenge to do a next MotorStorm game? Respect to that studio. MotorStorm was cool.
MotorStorm was fun, and I see somebody saying they'd like to see a new Blade Runner game, but there was a Blade Runner game.
Yeah.
I got to work on it.
Yeah.
It was an adventure game, point and click.
Nice.
Adventure game. Had 12 different endings, but it was so old. It was like late 90s. I don't want to.
So the original. That was the original Blade Runner, not the new Blade Runner.
Not the new
Did you like the new Blade Runner? You can be honest.
Yeah.
I know it got really good reviews, and I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah. But not.
It wasn't.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it wasn't my I never really was a giant Blade Runner fan, but it was good. It was a very well done movie, and I like the fact that you essentially don't really have to have watched the first movie. Although it helps you understand Harrison Ford's character a little bit. But Smokey and the Bandit. That would be.
That's actually a really good idea. That does so many good mechanics that you can see playing out and jumps and that would work. Cannonball Run might work too.
Any more news about the 3-hour stream? The 3-hour stream.
You do a 3-hour stream?
No, I want to.
That's a long stream.
Yeah, well, right now we're streaming about an hour a day, right?
Okay.
And we'd love to do more. It's hard because we have stuff we need to do as well, but we need to pull people from the studio to help. I guess we don't need to. They could just watch me for 3 hours, but that would be boring.
No one wants that.
Exactly. So I don't know. We're gonna try to do it at some point, and I might do something where we have someone on for an hour, someone else on for another hour, someone else on for another hour. Who knows? We may go 3 hours today. No, I'm just joking. We won't go 3 hours today. Is it possible to web tunnel between? Oh, you already asked that. Is Venom in the new Spider-Man? I'm not talking about the villains of Spider-Man. Dawn of the Dead game would be one I would love. An MMORPG Dawn of the Dead game.
Oh wow.
78 version is his favorite, or their favorite movie. I keep saying his, and I apologize. I know there's plenty of female viewers out there.
Yeah, and Twitch handles aren't really a good indicator of anything.
Yes, I think it's because I have boys. Everything for me is that. So I apologize. Toxic Crusaders needs a reboot, Randy.
Does it? I mean, the original movies are so great, like campy and fun, right?
Yeah. You know what I always bring up on stream?
What?
I'm curious if we just froze again. I'm curious if you have seen it, because a lot of people haven't.
Okay.
Ice Pirates.
Man, that's old. I saw it. I know I saw it back then.
Yeah.
It was sci-fi.
It's really cheesy.
Really cheesy.
Yeah.
I remember there was a eunuch in it.
Yes, and there was a space herpes.
Yeah, space herpes.
There was the premise is we froze again, man. I bet this internet is kicking on.
Yeah, it's the internet. It's got to be.
Or power surge or something.
Excuse me.
It's the premise is space, and their pirates are stealing water because water is the most precious, valuable resource.
I mean, you die without water.
And it has the most epic end battle near the end where they are going through a black hole fighting, and they're all getting older as they fight. And so all the characters are running around through doorways, and the next time they come out of the doorway, they have like a long beard, and then it's a gray beard, and then they're like, yeah, it's amazing.
So you recently watched it?
No. I just always bring it up for some reason because we talk about old movies and cheesy movies and like sci-fi, and I always go back to it. I watched it later. I didn't watch it when it first came out. I watched it later in college. I was in a special effects class where we watched movies and talked about special effects, and that was one of the fun ones that the professor brought in. And ever since then, I fell in love with it. Yeah, it was a great cheesy. I love cheesy old movies like that.
Gotta hit the road. Thanks again for everything.
Hey, you're welcome.
Thanks for looking for the adapter and all that stuff.
Oh, no problem.
This is real. This is real.
This is live.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
But this is why, see? We're doing live. Yeah, we're streaming live.
I just walked into your
Yeah.
stream.
That's
It's all
fine.
good.
It's all good.
That's what.
Well, can I say how awesome ECGC is?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
there you go.
Yeah, ECGC is the best conference ever, and I'm going to come back every
Again.
year. Yeah,
Yes.
so I'll be back next year for sure.
Awesome. Well, have a safe drive back.
And I will be back as well.
Thank you,
Have
Bill.
a safe drive.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you later.
Hopefully I'll see you another time.
Definitely.
Thank you guys for allowing us to access your time. We will thank you for watching us.
Yeah.
And please share things like what a day in the office would be like. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do, and we still might.
You can still do a walk around, maybe a tour. Or
Yeah.
maybe some parts, right?
Yeah, and we had some plans, and we still may do it of some like video fun like updates where we do live. Hey, here's a walk. You know about the Friday walk-arounds.
Yeah, of course.
So we might do some live stuff. So we'll see. We're open to trying a lot of things.
But
And
probably not live Friday walkarounds, right?
no, not the in development stuff. But we
Don't
could
promise that.
We could do some fun stuff like anything that's been announced. We can show someone working on it. But anyway. We love the idea because I like to know that you guys like that, because then we'll try to come up with ways to do that.
Well, I think there's not enough behind the scenes information about game companies and game development in general.
Yeah.
So I would love, personally, I think that's something that every company should do more of, because a more informed audience and community would be a less toxic and a more respectful community, because they see the hardships, how difficult it is just to get anything to work in a game. It's not easy.
Yeah.
None of it is easy.
And I think part of that is that we're perfectionists and we're frozen. We're perfectionists.
Stuff happens that you never anticipated.
Exactly, just like this.
Just like this. This is a perfect example for game
We're
development.
perfectionists, and we don't always like to show stuff before it's done. And B, we let me try to mess with these things a little bit. And B, you know how people are and how things change a lot, and you don't want to necessarily show something that may never make it in the game,
Right.
because then you will have those people that are like, well, why was that not in the game? Well, because it just didn't work, or it had to get cut for some reason. So I understand why a lot of people won't do that much, especially in AAA space.
Every company should draw the line where they would not want to show things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are some things that, take them behind the scenes of mocap.
Yeah.
That's probably pretty safe. And that's, you're not giving too much away. But
And we try to do that. A lot of that is like after the fact. We go there and we do a produced video. But yeah, we're open to doing more live stuff. We're not ever going to be like an open development studio.
Right.
But We're open to do more live stuff. I wouldn't mind a mission-based Jurassic World.
That could be really cool.
There was some fun Jurassic, the ones on Genesis and SNES and
Sega CD, like that.
yeah, those Jurassic Park back then games were cool. Goonies, the game. I don't know.
Goonies could be a lot of fun, but you know the problem there?
Yeah.
The kids can die in a game,
Yeah.
right? And you don't want that.
But and then like, what would you do? Like you would like
You would
beyond?
fight
Would you
pirates
just
and
play through the movie?
Solve
Or,
puzzles.
like, yeah, I
It would
guess-
have to be opened up and explored further.
Yeah. Would you like to make another Ratchet and Clank game? We love Ratchet and Clank, but who knows what the future holds? TM.
TM.
The spider drone is unlockable in the game. Yes, that is true. And we froze again. Man, I wonder if
It's,
we had a nice stretch there where we were unfrozen.
and then I jinxed it.
Is it me or does Tim look like a crazy Russian hacker? Do I look like a crazy Russian hacker? Do I even look Russian?
I don't know. Like, I think you're gonna like. What do they call that? The caber toss event, where
the
they hold a
strongman?
giant log and they run and then they
like
throw it.
the strongman
and they-
competition.
They flip it.
Oh, like you mean like a lumberjack stuff?
Yeah.
See that you brought back the lumberjacks.
Well, you kind of have that look too.
Yeah. Well, now because North Carolina grew on me, literally.
Okay.
This is North Carolina growing
It
on
just
my
attaches
face.
to your face.
Yes.
used to not have a beard.
Yeah, it used to be clean shaved.
I
Occasionally.
I can't even imagine.
I never had a beard, really. I had like a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
Really. That was about it. I know it's a stupid question, but you ever considered adding multiplayer to Spider-Man? Yeah, we considered a lot in pre-production. But we were focused right now on making the playable Marvel movie experience, the single player, making it as amazing as possible. So yeah, no multiplayer in this game, but we did consider a lot of different things. Sometimes the realities of development,
Don't let you do everything.
yes, exactly, and you don't want to spread yourself too thin.
You have to focus to make a quality experience, and Insomniac's all about the polish, the
Yeah.
quality. It has to be a great experience.
Yes.
So you can't do everything and get that result.
Yes. Thank you, Jim. I do have a nice shirt. I'm sure we'll be able to get more somewhere along the line, some Spider-Man shirts,
With the new logo, though,
but not with this logo.
that's retired.
Yes. Are you going to be streaming again after this stream is over with? They're streaming tomorrow. What time is it? 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. Is Burbank guys will be on. They're doing God of War tomorrow. We don't usually do 2 in one day. Maybe at some point we'll do like a coast to coast. We'll do like North
Both at the same
Carolina.
time.
Yeah. Well,
Mix it up.
one and then one right after the other.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Anastasia's here. Sorry if I haven't called your name. There's been a lot of new people in the
Yeah,
chat
you might
today.
be getting more chat below too.
Yeah, oh, I know. What are your thoughts on VR gaming? Well, let me tell you. We have done 3 VR games, and we love VR. We just recently released our single-player update for the Unspoken, which came out. The Unspoken came out end of 2016. The single-player update came out end of 2017, and we love VR. And I mean, it's hit kind of that plateau where all new technologies have hit, right? It's a little slower right now, but it doesn't mean there's not great games coming.
Yeah, I mean, the next breakthrough will kick it off higher.
There's a new Respawn game coming that Oculus announced at OC4, I believe it was. There's a lot of cool titles that are coming that we are excited about, and VR or not, we're excited about all that stuff.
Yeah, there's I think Vacation Simulator is coming.
Yeah.
Which looks hilarious.
Yeah. But it's the same guys who did Job Simulator.
Job Simulator, yeah.
Are we getting pajamas in Friday the 13th as a clothing pack?
I mean, there's a lot of people who've been talking about that, and we'll see.
Yes. I love it. Randy knows what's up. To be honest, you didn't know my last name. Oh, because they knew my screen name was Vidi, but they didn't know my last name was Salvidi.
So what do I know that's up? What are they referencing?
No, I'm saying you know what's up about like how to dodge questions. Because we don't honestly.
Some things you have to have
Yeah.
as a surprise. And honestly, this is what I say whenever this comes up.
Yeah.
Is trust me when I say this. The mystery is half the fun. when you don't know everything that's coming, you can be surprised, and that's magic. And that games need that magic to thrive.
Yeah.
You need the unknown and to explore to make it a game.
That's true. Is Carrie still around here? Hey, Carrie, come here for a second. There's a special person in chat who said they're going to miss you because they have an appointment to get to. They said whoever married that woman is one lucky man. So, can you say hi? All right, she'll be on in a little bit. We'll get her on real quick. But I just wanted to do that because of the chat. I love all your games. I'm playing through the Spider-Man. Oh, real quick on that note.
Yeah.
A lot of it is because we don't always know everything we're going to be doing.
That's true, and it can all change.
And we don't want to promise things that aren't going to happen or close doors to other things. So sometimes we say it because we legitimately don't know.
And you want to keep that mystery there anyway.
Exactly. And sometimes we don't want to spoil everything. So anyway, I love all your games, and I'm playing through the past games before Spider-Man. I'm at Sunset Overdrive next. Nice. Next part, RCPS4. Well, thank you, Jamaican Ninja, for playing all of our games. We appreciate it, and we appreciate your support. Let's see, what else real quick before Randy has to go. News usually around... skipping that. Anyone have any final questions for Randy before he bounces? You got to talk, right?
I got a panel, yeah.
What's the panel about?
About Latin American game development. I'm going to be moderating a panel and talking to 3 different heads of studios from Latin America, from South America, Colombia specifically.
Nice.
And they're going to be talking about, how they've been trying their damnedest to break out to the world stage, to make games for everybody, from where they are in the world.
Nice. Awesome. Well, real quick, any final questions for Randy? We appreciate your time.
Thank you for
and
having me on.
we are going to get you at the studio to play either Battle Sloths. Maybe Battle Sloths would be better, but maybe...
I mean,
maybe
they're all good.
Yeah, they're all good, but I'm just wondering...
not biased, or maybe
I'm just wondering, from a streaming perspective, it might be easier just to jump into Battle Sloths. But either way, we'll get Randy into the studio and we'll play some stuff.
Awesome.
Randy, for Anastasia, who joined us late, Randy is a game producer now, designer, producer. Used to work for Insomniac, worked for Ubisoft, that's right.
Westwood Studios, lots of companies.
Yes, and Randy's an awesome guy too.
Thank you.
So thanks for joining us. We're going to get Carrie in here now.
All right, bye everybody.
For real quick, we're going to get Carrie in here to talk, if you have any questions at all, as it relates to the games industry, getting a job in games, or just our HR in general.
Yes, hello.
Let me do this. Watch this. Boom. And we even have the Insomniac HR handle.
There you go.
You need to follow Insomniac HR.
Yes, please.
Hold
Twitter, YouTube, all the
Does
good
the script
things.
inspire the mechanics, or the mechanics inspire the script? I don't know if that question was for Randy or us, but sometimes we have a script, but usually it's like a macro script before our game starts. So sometimes it inspires the mechanics, but for the most part, we have a design idea, we have mechanics, a general idea, a macro, and somewhat of a story. So it's a lot of both throughout the entire development of the game. And all right, so here we go. Carrie's here. Carrie is Insomniac HR. The entire HR. No, I'm just joking. You're part of HR.
Yes.
You're part of HR.
Yeah. I am the HR in the Durham studio.
Yes.
To be more specific.
And we're here at ECGC.
Right.
We talked a little bit about it.
Okay.
But, give us a rundown of,
What we're doing.
what really we're doing here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of students.
It is. It's a lot of students, and so they kind of want to know, how do I get my foot in the door? What are the best ways to connect with Insomniac? They ask a lot of questions about internships that we're here to answer. We want to answer anything about portfolio questions and reel reviews and things like
Which
that.
Paul's doing one right now.
Yeah, we have our lead animator here who's doing reel reviews, and we have an environment artist, Matt, who's here looking at portfolios. So we're just kind of trying to do good in the community and kind of be here to represent Insomniac.
Oh, I thought her name was spelled like Carrie. We actually...
No, it's spelled the cool way.
Oh, shots
Sorry,
fired.
Carrie.
Shots fired. I will say we have a Carrie who is
do.
our chief people officer.
Who's also in HR, which is not confusing
Yeah, our chief,
at all.
chief people officer who works on the Burbank studio.
Right.
So we have Carrie, and then we have
with a
Carrie.
K and Carrie with a C.
I usually say North Carolina versus Burbank.
Oh, okay. In the HR group, we say Carrie with a K, Carrie with a C.
Yes.
to
So
keep us straight.
that's funny that Anastasia said that because we do also have a Carrie.
Yes.
So sometimes we may refer to Carrie and actually mean Carrie with a C.
Right, that's true.
So, okay. Besides that,
the
let's
interesting spelling of names.
let's talk a little bit about these type of conferences.
Sure.
If you're a student or someone aspiring to get into games,
Right.
these are the type of places you should be going, correct?
Correct. Yeah. It like networking.
Yeah.
You can't overemphasize how important it is to make contacts.
GDC,
and network.
ECGC. There's some
Any
other smaller ones.
Local IGDA.
IGDA.
Memberships, meetups, game dev,
drink ups, yes.
any of those types of things to meet people, shake hands.
Yes.
Right.
And it's always interesting because we get all kinds of young freshmen, we get seniors, we get people who have graduated and they're trying to get in the industry. But the only thing I tell them is, first of all, when you approach a booth like ours, don't be nervous, don't be scared.
Right.
Just come up and be confident, talk to us, say, hey, how's it going? Tell us what you are doing.
Right. Have your thoughts kind of in order about what you want to talk about.
I'm a student. I'm a programming student. I'm interested in getting into gameplay programming. Do you have any advice, or can I talk to a programmer? Or the first thing shouldn't be, are you hiring?
Because
it's like,
hiring? Yeah.
I don't know. What are you looking for?
Right.
Like,
we're kind of always hiring for something, but I don't want to sit and rattle off our jobs. You can find those online.
Yeah. So be
Go
prepared.
to our careers page to find our jobs online. Yeah. You should have like a 60-second elevator speech. This is me. This is who I am. This is what I do.
Yeah. And be confident because we're not scary people. I know you're looking at me, but I'm not that scary.
If you have questions, we're happy to answer specific questions about things we look for, but
Yeah, and Paul's over there doing a review of a portfolio.
Right.
So, yeah. By the way, there's another Carrie from NYC. Will Insomniac ever considering opening up a PR office in NY? I don't know,
First
maybe.
of all, Carrie, good spelling on your name.
So we have 3 different Carries. No, that'd be cool because I love NYC. I'd go hang out in the NYC office.
Yeah, for sure.
Of all the games developed by Insomniac Games, what's your favorite? I will say, and I said this before, and I'll say it again, the one that holds the closest place to my heart is Resistance 3 because that was my first game.
I grew up with Spyro.
Well, there you go. There's Spyro. I would say Resistance 3. The other one would be Sunset Overdrive just because it was so fun to work on and it was so different. And but Spider-Man's going to be amazing too.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
So.
What kinds of things would you recommend in a portfolio, classes to take, things like that?
We don't ever give advice on like classes or colleges to go to because that's such a personal decision.
Yeah.
A lot of our artists do have BFAs. Some of them have game design degrees, but we do look for, in art portfolios, specifically, we want to see if you're a character artist, we want to see characters. If you're an environment artist, we want to see environments.
Yeah.
8 to 10, really nice, finished, polished images. No work in progress. If you can get things in engine, that's always super helpful to see. So those are kind of the things we look for.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about Ratchet and Clank? I do love Ratchet and Clank, don't get me wrong, but you asked which one is my favorite, so I have to say my favorites. But I love Ratchet and Clank. I love Quest for Booty is my favorite Ratchet. How's that? Other games, let's see, or even East Coast. We do have East Coast.
Yes,
we are East Coast. We're North Carolina. That's our studio.
Right outside of Raleigh.
Yeah,
We're in Durham.
So yes, we do consider a office here because we have one here.
We have one, right.
Let's see. Oh, so back on that portfolio thing.
Sure, yeah.
I would just say also that tailor your portfolio and your resume to the company you're going to interview for in terms of, for example, let's just be very broad.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank versus like The Witcher. If you do stuff related to The Witcher, RPG, that kind of, like, you're probably not gonna
The fit.
resonate to a game like
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank. That doesn't mean you still shouldn't try. I'm just saying if you have more work related to the game of the studio that you're talking to, put that first. Put that at top.
And let me dovetail on that. You had touched on resumes. So I know a lot of colleges now do like generic game design resumes, which is
Yeah.
great. But then people come out of those and they're like, well, I kind of do a little bit of everything. But we don't hire people that do a little bit of everything. We hire for specific roles. So if you aren't really sure and you want to present yourself as an animator or an artist, just make sure you have a resume for animation, a resume for art, use the appropriate one. Same thing, you should have a reel and a portfolio, and you should be using the appropriate thing when you're applying for jobs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other thing we stress is school stuff outside of schoolwork, projects outside of schoolwork.
Yeah.
What did you do on your own? What did you do with a group?
Right. Game jams.
Anything,
Yeah.
anything you've done from start to finish
Right.
in terms of, like, even if it's just a white box game, like, show that you've done something from start to finish and you've taken the initiative and you've created something outside of
Exactly.
coursework.
Right.
Thanks for the answer. I have a son in gaming. I feel like he's more into playing and testing than actual design, but he's 7. Well, if he's 7, yeah.
So of course playing is way more fun.
Yeah,
when he's
but
7,
if
right?
I will say this, if he's playing and critiquing as he's playing, that's a
That's
good
true.
sign. Maybe he will be a good designer.
Or if he's trying
yeah.
to like find bugs
Yeah.
and break things. And
if he's
that's cool, too.
if he's talking about the art or the lighting,
Right.
like if he's like, oh man, I really love the colors and
Right.
then maybe he's gonna be a good artist. You never know. So introduce him to art classes. Hold on, I'm frozen. We're frozen again.
Oh, that's a lovely free.
So
Brain freeze.
art classes, or if you think they might be interested in programming, have them
Exactly.
dabble in it, everything. Have them try. And there's plenty of online programming, like, games now.
Yeah.
Like, where you can it's like a website where you can log in and it's a game, but that teaches you programming skills.
And you can do things. You can go online to all the different like game sites and forums and things and
Yeah.
learn about stuff there. Self-teach. That way, by the time you're hitting your high school or college, you already have a baseline of I understand game design and maybe what the pipeline looks like.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Barry Fox's is standing by our booth right now. Where is Barry Fox's?
don't know.
Raise your hand. They are watching us.
I'm looking. I'm not seeing.
Well,
It's a mystery.
come say hi if you are out there. And we're frozen again. So it's got to be something. It's like not consistent. So I bet it's something to do with the power in the convention center.
Right. Well, we had all the power outages last year. That was fun.
Any other questions? I don't want to go too long today, but
Right. Well, they can, if you have specific HR questions, you can go to the Contact Us email on our webpage.
Click careers.
Click careers.
because
then
some
click
people
Contact Us.
click game support.
Right, game support, you're going to marketing. But if you have questions about jobs or openings that we have, anything like that, click careers, click Contact Us, shoot us an email.
Yeah.
We answer those emails. They
Yes.
don't go into never
We as a company
Yes.
usually answer almost every single email we
Right.
get. Sometimes they slip through the cracks.
I think most people think, well, if I do that, it's going to go
Oh yeah,
into
well
some black hole, which is not true.
I'll get
We
tickets
answer
from our
that.
website all the time, and it'll be like, I know nobody's gonna read this, but, and so I immediately respond like, we read it.
Surprise! Yeah.
It's not a robot.
Yeah.
We're not a robot. It's just me sitting at a desk. Which free game engine is better in your opinion, Unity or Unreal? Unreal's right there. So I'm not going to speak ill of it. No, I'm just joking. They're both great.
They're both really good, but UE4 is closer.
Yeah, if you're talking about Insomniac wise, Unreal is closer to the Insomniac engine than
is.
Unity because C++.
right.
But that does not mean that Unity won't change.
And that's not to say it's better.
Yeah,
that's
not to
just
say-
more.
That's just if you're
closely
looking
related to
for a
what we
job
have.
related to Insomniac.
Right.
But they're not the same.
Experience in any engine is good.
Yeah,
too.
and multiple is even better.
Yeah, that's true because it shows you can learn new tech too.
On the
right?
fly, yeah. I'm actually doing programming now, but I'll tell you my name. I don't live in America. I'm actually doing programming, but as you tell by my name, sorry, I read that wrong. Are you Jamaican? Are you actually Jamaican? That's cool though. Programming is a great field to get into.
Yeah, for sure.
Any other questions before we sign off from ECGC?
Right.
Hopefully, Randy and Carrie were
The
fun to
last
hang out
day
with.
here.
If you have any other questions for us, let us know.
Right.
Real quick, Lauren, you can come say hi.
Lauren wants to say hi. She wanted to be on camera way more than I did today.
Lauren's been working the camera.
I'm here.
She's here. Do you ever do core?
This is my friend Alina. Yo, she works with me.
Well, look what's weird. She's wearing the same shirt as Carrie.
Yeah.
And you're
Oh, nice. These are our twin.
We're twins. We're twinning.
Yeah. Did you ever do a tour to Cogswell College?
I have not been.
I personally have not. Where is
Where
Cogswell
is
College?
Cogswell? Does anybody know?
You guys didn't have to leave, but that's okay.
Yeah. Do you know where Cogswell College is?
I can go back.
We haven't. We were just at RIT. We were at SCAD. We were at
Yeah.
MIT, DigiPen.
Where is Cogswell? I'm interested to find out.
You could, yeah.
I could Google it right
If
now.
you can say, or we could Google it later.
Hey
and
Google,
Find out.
where is Cogswell College? My phone's locked. Hold on. Hey Google, where is Cogswell College?
What is this live stream about? We're at ECGC today. It's about Insomniac being
California.
here. And we're frozen again.
We might have been there. Yeah, we're frozen again. We might have been. We, as Insomniac, may have been there. Personally, we, as in the two of us,
I
have
swear
not.
I saw you there, but maybe it was a doppelganger.
Me?
Yeah.
So me. So I'm trying to
Oh,
think.
RIT's right down the road from me. I actually grew up in Western New York, so.
There might have been. Where is this
It
live
froze,
stream
yeah.
about? What is this live stream about? This live stream.
In San Jose. Okay.
I personally did not go.
Yeah,
so maybe
neither one
someone
of
else
us went, but maybe some
I'm
of
trying
our...
to think who in Burbank might look like me, but. Hello, Deadpool. What is this stream about? This stream is about. Well, we're about to sign off soon, but it was ECGC.
Right.
We're at this event, Raleigh, North Carolina. It's a like a game dev conference,
Yeah.
East Coast game conference, where a lot of students and people looking to get in the industry, or people that are in the industry are looking to network, or
Game tech and all
game
that good
tech.
stuff. Yeah.
The Epic guys are here with Unreal and Fortnite, and get Funcom's here, and Red Storm, Ubisoft is
Yeah.
here. We have a bunch of game developers here in the
A
area.
bunch of schools are here.
Bunch of schools, NC State.
Showing off student
yeah.
work, which is cool.
Yeah, exactly. Does every suit in Spider-Man have the ability that draws inspiration from the
Hi,
comics?
Jack.
Does every suit... I'm trying to think. I can't answer all the suits because we're not revealing all the suits
Right.
yet. So I won't answer that question yet.
Right. We'll send you to Game Informer for the coverage. You can look.
Look at you
What's there?
being all marketing.
Hey, look at me.
Jack, see you, Jack. So, any other final questions for us, for Carrie, for Lauren?
Oh, my husband was in the military.
Yeah.
Was Army for 5-6 years. Very cool.
And we hope your son does get into games because
Yes.
it's a fun field to get into. Do you have a question?
I figured I'd talk to you when you were done.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So
How about cover it?
yeah. So tomorrow we will be live from Burbank.
Yes.
I won't be.
I
'cause
won't be either.
That would be. I can do the flight because it's 3 hours. I gained 3 hours, but
Let's not.
let's not for now. I'll go to Burbank soon. I'll be out there soon. Tomorrow they're doing God of War. So God of War tomorrow. Join us. 2 p.m. Pacific. I always got to remember the Pacific version. 5 p.m. Eastern.
Right.
And other than that, we'll be back in North Carolina, back from the studio next Tuesday and Thursday. We won't be live at ECGC then. And I know we weren't live on Tuesday. Burbank took our stream on Tuesday. That's because we were setting up here.
Right.
So yeah, just follow us on social media. Get in our Discord. We answer questions there. Get on
That's
our
right.
Reddit. Email us. Twitter. Facebook.
Yeah.
Why is Insomniac so awesome? I don't know. I don't know why we're so awesome. I don't know why you guys love us so much. Look, I know you
Thanks
can't
for
talk about
answering
it.
questions. You're
But there's a
welcome.
picture of getting shared that you guys There was a picture getting shared that guys said when someone asked there will be a symbiote suit, there was no
Know that that's not true.
deconfirmed it. You said no, it's not true, and we deconfirmed it.
You have a good day too.
I
Thanks for
don't. I
coming.
don't know which you're referring to. So, if we said something on Twitter from our official account, then it is a statement from us.
Right.
So,
And if it didn't come from us,
then it's
then
not.
you heard it
official.
through the grapevine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta go. See you, Jamaica. See ya, Jamaican Ninja. Thanks for joining us. Anastasia, thanks for joining us. Danny, thanks for joining us. AF, Dan. Now I know what the AF stands for.
There you go.
I got it. Farumaru. See ya. That's
Yeah.
I screwed that up a little bit. I apologize, but that's kind of how we're supposed to say it. All right.
Cool.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for bearing with us on
Yeah,
the camera.
thank you.
And hopefully next time we do this, we have a game to play and a little more bandwidth and a little more testing.
Right, not so freezing.
It's my fault.
So cool.
It is his fault. It's not
Yes.
my fault.
Yes. All right. Well.
We do what we can on the road, but thanks for hanging in there with us.
Yes. We'll see you later.
See ya.